Be my follower. What did Jesus mean? What is the best invitation you have ever received? You might think of a time when you were invited to attend a special occasion, perhaps the wedding of two people very dear to you. Or you might recall the day you were invited to take on an important job. If such invitations have come your way, you are no doubt thrilled, even honored, to get them. The truth is, though, that you have received a far better invitation. Each one of us has. And the way we choose to respond to that invitation affects us profoundly. It is the most important choice we will make in life. What is that invitation? It comes from Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of Almighty God, Jehovah. And it is recorded in the Bible. At Mark 10:21, we read Jesus' words, "Come be my follower." That is, in effect, Jesus' invitation to each one of us. We do well to ask ourselves, how will I respond? The answer might appear to be obvious. Who would refuse such a splendid invitation? Surprisingly, most people do refuse. Why? Consider as an example a man who received that invitation in person some 2,000 years ago. He was a highly respected man. He had at least 3 things that humans tend to consider desirable, even enviable: youth, wealth, and power. The Bible record describes him as a young man, as very rich, and as one of the rulers. Matthew 19:20, Luke 18:18, 23. However, there was something more important about this young man. He had heard of the great teacher Jesus, and he liked what he had heard. Most rulers in those days failed to give Jesus the respect he deserved. John 7:48, 12:42. But this ruler acted differently. The Bible tells us, as Jesus was going on his way, a man ran up and fell on his knees before him and put the question to him, "Good teacher, what must I do to inherit everlasting life?" Mark 10:17. Notice how eager this man was to speak with Jesus, running up to him out in the open, just as any of the poor and lowly people might have done. Further, he knelt respectfully before Christ. So he had a measure of humility and an awareness of his spiritual need. Jesus valued such good qualities. Matthew 5:3, 18:4. Little wonder, then, that Jesus looked at him and felt love for him. Mark 10:21. How did Jesus answer the young man's question?